Representing Northern Iowa to your left, Seth Tuttle, Nate Buss in the center, and Coach Ben Jacobson. Coach, if you'd like to start off, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. Boy, we battled hard to grab a hold of the momentum tonight, and we just couldn't do it. And, you know, a lot to or all to do with Louisville and the way in which they went about their business in the game tonight, and they deserve a ton of credit for that. You know, they had us out of rhythm a little bit with our offense in that stretch in the first half, and that slowed us down and hurt us. And they played with good pace on offense, and they got some stuff that we felt like we maybe could take away tonight, but they got to it. So, you know, from top to bottom, they deserve a lot of credit because I love our team, and that's we did a couple things that we haven't done for a while, and I think that credit goes to Louisville because we got tough guys, and we made a few mistakes tonight.
Okay, questions? Identify yourself, affiliation, and to whom the question is addressed. Right here.
Eddie Pels from AP. This would be for Coach and for Seth. Can you discuss the job that they did on you, Seth, on the inside, and Coach, just the challenges that their defense presented?
Yeah, Todd, you.
Yeah, you know they got some really good, long, athletic guys in there, and you know they are extremely physical. You know they did a great job. You know for the most part, not letting me get anything easy, and you know it basically kept up for 40 minutes. So like Coach said, all the credit goes to those guys.
You know, we got off to a good start, and we found some openings against that zone. So the start was exactly what we had hoped for from a game plan standpoint. We found Seth in the middle, and he found teammates, and we scored and had the momentum, you know, to begin the basketball game. They made a really good adjustment and started to follow some guys through when they were in their zone, and I didn't adjust soon enough. And that hurt us. You know, the fact that I didn't adjust soon enough and find some different ways to get Seth the ball. In the second half, we got some more touches with Seth and Nate, and I needed to do that sooner.
For Coach and for Seth, Greg Bell, the Tacoma News Tribune, how much did that zone look like a man because of the way they were falling, and how much maybe were you calling man plays when it was actually a zone defense?
Yeah, you know, we didn't. We were running a lot of our zone offense in the first half, and one of the actions can be run against man or zone, so that we didn't have to try to figure out what they were in. And that, you know, we talked about that a lot. That we weren't going to try to figure out if they were in man or zone. If it was really obvious, then we'd run this or this. But otherwise, we're just going to play and be in these actions. And again, at the start, I think that really helped us because our guys were just playing and weren't thinking. When they adjusted and started to run through a little bit, I don't think they went to man, but they started to run through farther with some cutters. I needed to get us switched into something that, you know, would attack a little more, overload a side, attack a little more inside. So that's, again, that's on me for not adjusting quite soon enough.
Coach Marty Terrell from 1700 The Champ. How many different defenses did you see? And looks like they went three-quarter and then full court. And did that give the guards some trouble and shot clock down to like 24 most of the time?
Yeah, you know, they didn't press as much tonight as they have and as maybe they normally do, or at least what I saw on tape. So the press didn't, I don't think, impact us. It was the court-to-court defense, and it's 2-3 zone. It's kind of a matchup, or it's straight man. So they've got some different ways that they can play the zone, or they can go with the straight man, and that can be a challenge. And again, you know, as I've said, we were good out of the gates, and we got stuck a little bit. And I needed to get us adjusted to some overload stuff or some things that would get it to the block, you know, as we saw in the second half. You know, we were a better offensive team in the second half, and I just needed to help our guys a little bit more.
Carson Tickets, Waterloo Courier. Seth, obviously emotional for you. When did it hit you that this one was over?
When I got subbed out, you know, it was that moment, you know, that I just, you know, I was walking over and I was going to give Coach a hug and tell him that I love him, and you know, it's been a good run, a great season. You know, we made a lot of memories. So.
Seth, Andrew Logue with the Des Moines Register. Just talk about clearly the tallest team, just the size they bring that you've probably seen all season. You kept attacking it, but how did that impact the game, their height?
Yeah, it just takes away anything easy at the rim. Dion and Wes will get there, and even if they blow past one guy, there's going to be another guy rotating, and obviously that's how they play, and they do it really well. And they change a lot of shots at the rim, and you don't get much easy.
Coach Eddie Pels from AP again. You got a bucket with about 17 and a half left in the game, and then you call a timeout, and you got very fired up. Can you tell us what happened right there?
We talked at halftime about playing the way that with the discipline that we've played with all year. These guys have taken tremendous ownership of our team, of their team. We've got 5 seniors that have been off the charts in terms of their leadership, and we've played a certain way because of that. And in the first half, we made 4 or 5 plays that went against the way in which we've done things for a long time this year and for most games, most of the season. And we talked about that at halftime. And the first 2 defensive plays of the second half, we made mistakes. And so I just wanted to make sure that our guys gave themselves every opportunity to win this game. I didn't want any more mistakes that we have control over, for their sake, so that they had every opportunity to win. And that was my message. We got close enough a couple times. We had Jesperson had an open 3, Nate had an open 3. We had a run out. Boy, we had chances to get it down to 4 or 5. We all saw it. So we fought and got back in it. And that's the only thing I wanted coming out of that timeout.
Carson, take us Waterloo Courier. Nate, kind of with what Jake just said, I've seen you make big shots this year, but tonight they just weren't falling for you. Had a couple opportunities. How different is it if you can get it to a 4 or 5 point game?
Yeah, we were just – Coach made a lot of great decisions at the end of the game. As far as our offense goes, we, like you said, we were getting a lot of open looks, and 9 times out of 10 I'll make most of those shots. But I don't know. They just, like you said, they just weren't falling.
Andrew Logue with the Register again. This is for Nate and Coach. What do you see as the legacy of this team, or the one word or thing that this group accomplished, whether consistency or whatnot, that you remember from this team, Nate and Coach?
Yeah, Nate.
You go ahead.
Go ahead, Nate.
I think we just we kind of set a standard for work ethic for this team. You can see it from everybody, not just the 5 seniors. How hard everybody works on and off the court. Everybody's setting a standard, not only for themselves but for their teammates. And that for the years to come, every time you walk into the gym in Cedar Falls at Northern Iowa, you're going to see guys working. Whether it's a red shirt or a senior, they're going to be in the gym getting their shots up. They're going to be in the weight room working as hard as they possibly can. And I think that's a standard that's going to be continued for years to come.
Yeah, I would. The thing that I'm most proud of is the way in which these 5 guys carry themselves. With all of the success that we've had this year, they haven't changed at all in terms of who they are and what they stand for and how they represent their families and represent our program and our school. And that's what I'm most proud of, Andrew. That from a basketball standpoint within our program, they raised the bar again, and I love them for that. We've had a lot of good things happen at Northern Iowa in our men's basketball program, and these guys raised the bar one more time, and that's hard to do with some of the things we've done, but they did it, and it took a lot of sacrifice, and I'm really, really proud of them for that.
Last question.
Carson, take us Waterloo Courier. With all that you just said, Coach, how do you use that in catapult? You got a good core coming back next year. Catapult this success into future years.
Yeah, it's the only way to raise the bar as these guys did is have somebody do something really good before them. And we did that in 2010, and they had to have somebody do it before them, right? And we could keep going back. That's how you do it. That's how your program continues to get to new heights. And so everybody that's been around our program and all the young guys and families we're recruiting right now, Carson, they just saw the best entire season. We didn't get to the Sweet 16, so that's the only thing we didn't match. But they just saw the best 4 months of basketball our program's ever had, and that's saying a lot. And so these guys, and I love them, absolutely love them.
Thank you very much. Enjoyed having you in Seattle.
Thanks.
Take care.